City. It's football time at Arrowhead Stadium here in KC. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. On the Eagles sideline, it is head coach Nick Sirianni. This guy's got the season started on the right foot. A home victory in the season opener. On the other side, the Eagles' all-time winningest coach, coached Philly for 14 seasons, beat him in Super Bowl 57 before losing to him last year. Of course, it's Andy Reid. It's Jake Elliott, ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go here at Arrowhead. This will be returned from the 6. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So here come the Chiefs, and that means the 3-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes. Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On play fake, now it's Mahomes. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
That's good.
The future Hall of Famers connect. Mahomes to Kelce one more time for a Chiefs first down.
At the 46-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
On the coverage.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. A gain of 16 on that pass play. First down, KC.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he nearly got free, but as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
It's looked like he had the first down, but the ball is out. And the Eagles recover the football. It always feels like it's a safe play. Just have the quarterback keep it, get that first down, try to extend it. But here it's not free, and the defense will take over.
Yeah, the priorities of a quarterback sneak, Mike, are A, get the first down, B, protect yourself, but C, protect the ball. And he was not able to do the 3rd part of that act, and he's going to cough it up now and give the ball right back to this defense.
And in motion is Brown. Right to the air, it's Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Chris Jones, the All-Pro, they're on the tackle. They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Open man, left side, he's got it. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Now a screen set up for Barkley, and he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So they come to the line for first down and 10. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago. Ball placed at the 45 for second and 5. Hurts will try it again. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Third and 6.
6 yards to go.
Again, Hurts. Throw on the run is complete. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down. To the air again, Hurts. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
First down, Eagles.
A run with Barkley. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Second and 5.
Brings up second down.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He takes off. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
First and goal, Philadelphia.
Here's Hurts. This one caught at the 4. And he's in. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Eagles. It's his second touchdown of the year. Jake Elliott now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead.
Chiefs, nothing.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it's the rookie Xavier Worthy. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Chiefs offense ready to see the football for the second time. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. When you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that called in the rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good, and there certainly was a lot of it, but can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
43-yard line.
On first down, it's Mahomes. He'll step up and run. yards on the scramble there. And he picks up the first down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes. Jordan Davis getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
A gain of 16 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
First down throw, Mahomes. That's dropped off for Pacheco. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 3 brings up second down.
On second down, Mahomes. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Brings up third down and 6 yards.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's first and 10. Now the former Russian champ, it's Kareem Hunt. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
It is second and 9.
On the play. Brings up second down at the Eagles' 15-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2. It's going to be third. They need 1. As we are ready to get back underway. They'll try to sneak it here, and they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. First down. First and goal.
Chiefs. First down. First and goal at the 5.
On play action, it's Mahomes. That one, taken in. Rashi Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
We're all time, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Eagles offense ready to take over for their second possession. Hey, Greg, you think about the NFC East? I was always fond of saying, you're not allowed to rebuild in the NFC East. Think about these fan bases. Philly, Washington, Dallas, the Giants. Their fans don't stand rebuilds very often. Always feels a different pressure in this division to be one of the best teams in the league every year.
And it's just such a fun division. And last year with Washington turning it around so quickly, Jaden Daniels and Dan Quinn, what a great story that was. And then, of course, with Philadelphia, the eventual Super Bowl champs. Clearly, towards the end of the season, it was pretty evident, at least to all of us, that they were the best team, and that's exactly how things played out. So if you're at the bottom looking up, unlike some of these other divisions where you say, okay, maybe I'm not as far behind as it feels, In the NFC East, Mike, there's just not a lot of easy wins in your division, especially if you're the Giants.
We talk about history, and sometimes people go back 5 or 10 years. I just think back to the generations of great matchups amongst these teams. Greg, when any one of these teams goes to visit the other one, it feels like a historic NFL game because of the legacy. And that, to me, is why the NFC East is one of the sexiest divisions in all of sports, not just the NFL.
Oh, absolutely. And it has more of kind of like a college football vibe. Like there's rivalries. The fans kind of they hate each other. They're yelling at each other. They're throwing things at the field. It has a little bit more of a college arch enemy, arch rival type of vibe. And I think that's why it's so fun to football fans all across the league. Whether you're a fan of a team in the East or not, when those two teams are on and they're playing each other, you want to tune in.
To the left side, taken in by Smith. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the mark.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
The RPO, that one is complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
It's a gain of a yard.
They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
Philadelphia.
I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Barkley. Whoa. Ball right on the 5-yard line, 2nd down and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
One more time, they try Barkley. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the 4. Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. Mostert. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
That 3rd down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him. So we'll step aside. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. It's Xavier Worthy on the return, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs' offense and Rashee Rice set to take over once more. Greg, you take a step back and look at the AFC West big picture. This is historic stuff. Chiefs are going for a 10th straight division title, but you have to remember 2 other teams in this division won double-digit games last year. So the question is, are the Chargers and the Broncos that far behind Kansas City?
Well, it sounds crazy. When you mentioned 9 in a row, you think, oh, man, they're just going to continue to run away with it. But I'm actually fascinated by this division. I think L.A. and Denver are a lot closer to this year's version of Kansas City, maybe than there's a lot of talk about around the rest of the league. So until someone beats them, you'd be crazy to not pick Kansas City. But last year was a 4-game.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Jordan Davis working his way in to earn his 2nd sack of this first half.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
complete. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
The 42-yard line.
Throwing now, Mahomes. He'll tuck it and take off. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Mahomes on 1st down. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's going to tuck it and go. And Mahomes, as smart as they come, hits the deck, but he's got the 1st down.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball. They get the man, and it's no gain.
Leads to 2nd and
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined and good football with good vision. And that's why they're able to stop them for no gain.
Now the Chiefs can call the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this 1st half. 3rd and goal. Here's Mahomes. It is brought in the end zone. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Chiefs. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start of this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have it for this guy.
Butker's extra point is good. And the Chiefs are on top. It's 14-10. Time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Mostert now to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this 1st half. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. The open receiver is Dotson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And an Eagle 1st down.
Hurts to the air on 1st down. This one is caught by Dotson. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. Their 48-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Look at that. Slinging it across his body and connected. Here's 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Eagles.
Again, Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he's close to another 1st down. He's brought down just shy of the marker. So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports halftime report.
Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting 1st half. We expect more of the same going forward. as we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin then. The Eagles offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. So, Greg, this offense comes on the road here in week 2. Look, road games are so hard in the NFL, but it's nice to hit the road coming off a win at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's amazing how winning creates more winning. It kind of has the ability to kind of build on itself. It's a snowball effect. So when you're winning, you're feeling good, everything works. And all of a sudden, you start losing and you start questioning everything about your approach. So the key in the NFL is win or lose, you're on to the next game. And it's the team's ability to start fresh every single week, regardless of the previous week's outcome. Those are the teams that find themselves in position of the playoffs down the stretch.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Chiefs and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, head out for their next drive. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. A throw on the move is caught. He's close to a first down. The gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain. We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw is Mahomes. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up. And that is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it's going to lead to a fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And this is going to be a beautiful touchdown at the 2-yard line. The Eagles offense about ready to take over once more. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as this season gets going.
You know, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position. Cam Ward goes number 1, and then obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, I think you look at Ashton Gentle. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back, under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for when they took him with their first-round pick.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. Of course, a Heisman winner, Colorado, great play, both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner. You know, Greg, it's hard to come in this league and play well on one side of the ball. Is it realistic to think you may see him on both offense and defense?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, and I think to start, you have to say, okay, let's hang our hat on something. And I think when you look at the league, where is it harder to find impactful players? I believe it's harder to find impactful defensive backs. I think it's a harder position. I think the league favors the offense with the rules and the play style. So if I'm Jacksonville, I'm making Travis Hunter a defensive back on day one, and then I'm going to package my offensive plays around his skill set to take advantage of him as a wide receiver. And then as time goes on, it will eventually unfold where he'll be able to have a role on both sides of the ball more consistently. But if I was in Jacksonville, that's what I would do. But I think it's going to be very interesting to see how fast and how big of a role on both sides they give Hunter early in his rookie year.
Returnable from the 17. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Second down and 6 now from the 26.
Second and 6.
Once again, it's Pacheco. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Off the play fake, Mahomes. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mahomes quickly out to Rice. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A 2-yard gain brings up second down.
Mahomes now on second down. As caught down the field, it's Worthy. That one good for 26 yards.
Gain of 26 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
Mahomes now to throw again. That is caught at the 3. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Pacheco is in. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
And Butker on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 21-10 lead.
Eagles 10. Harrison Butker.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. Jackson now to return. Oh! He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchdown. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down. Not
in trouble, and down he goes.
It looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. On the sideline, the unmistakable Andy Reid as the Chiefs take the field once more. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the Passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7 in all outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets. Rams and Jags. They'll also play in London week 6 and 7. The Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid, week 11. This has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside of the U.S. in each regular season. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. In the middle, he's got Kelsey. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
That's good for Kansas City Chiefs.
Looking to set up that wide receiver screen, get it out to the edge, but they do not connect, and that one is incomplete. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Kelsey. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Mahomes. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's a run. A short game. Down to the 7. Here now, second down and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
The throw is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. This a must stop for this defense, facing third and long. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes fourth and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs are going to open up a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Eagles offense ready to take over once again. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. A gain there of 27 yards.
First down, Eagles.
They'll run it here with Saquon. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. 2nd and 10. To throw is Hurts. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. That's taken in by Dodson. This ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 33 yards. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing is Hurts. Now quick throw taken in by Brown. They'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for 1st down, 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Barkley. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. Dillon. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force 4th down.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
They'll try it now with Barkley, and that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown, and instead the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
near his own goal line. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. Left side, it's caught by Brown. That one is snuffed out. Gonna lose yardage. Back to the 3.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. On comes the Chiefs punter, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. To return, it's Jackson. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Eagles offense ready to get back to work. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. On 3rd down, here's Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. And
on 1st down, it's Hurts. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. Well, they'll get some of the sack yards back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Saquon Barkley. A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Tight end going in motion here. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Trailing late. They've got to go here. It's 4th down. Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. The Chiefs offense ready to take over once more. And they have definitely righted some wrongs after the loss of the opener. They have the lead here, and they start this possession 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half.
2nd and 10.
We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll drop to throw. That's caught by Hunt. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout. About 54 to go. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
48-yard line.
A run up the middle with Pacheco. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A handoff to Pacheco. And strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run with Pacheco. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts to talk things over before 3rd down. Now a carry for Hunt.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Mostert now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. That's Goddard in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He takes off, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. That's picked up by the Chiefs.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Chiefs offense headed back to take over once more. And with the defense out of timeouts, they cannot stop the clock. Just a couple of kneel downs should do it. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. 2nd and 11. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. And it was their defense that led the way as they picked the shutout in the 2nd half.